And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what's going on. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. If you new here, like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been rocking with me for a while, keep tuning in. I'm gonna keep giving y'all game that I learn on a daily basis. With that being said, we on day 8 of the 30-day semen retention challenge. I'm proud of you. So be proud of yourself. But what I want to talk about today is learn how to say no. Learn the art of saying no. Like saying no don't I got my handy dandy notebook with my notes in it, so I'm gonna read what I wrote down but then expound on it. Saying no don't only extend to saying no to other people. Saying no extends to saying it to yourself, people, places, things, and feelings that don't promote growth. Saying no is actually a skill that most people don't have. And that's why a lot of people end up doing things that they don't want to do. So let me break that down. Saying no is one of the most powerful things you can learn how to do in your lifetime. Saying no I think it's essential for growth. And saying no don't only mean to just saying no to people when they ask you for things. Saying no should really start with yourself and then extend out to things that's external. Like saying no to going to certain places because you don't care about missing out. And you know if you go to that place, all you doing is wasting time. Or saying no to a certain habit because you know certain habits only lead you to self-destruction, or only lead you to feel less about yourself, or it's not good for you. It's just plain out simple, not good for you. Or say no to people pleasing. It's a skill. That's why I'm saying that it's a skill, because you got to know what to say no to. And you got to build that habit. But how you build that habit is first by saying no to yourself. First by saying no to yourself. And I wrote that down too. I said the first person you want to learn how to say no to is yourself. A lot of the times we have bad habits because we simply don't say no. And I gave some examples down like this, right? If you know you're trying to save some money, say no to the things that you know you don't need. If you know you're trying to lose some weight, say no to eating snacks all day. Say no to the things that taste real good, but you know it's real fatty, that's only gonna put more weight on you. And if you here watching this, if you on semen retention and you feeling the urge or whatever, learn to say no to that urge. The first thing that we as people have to learn how to say no to is to ourselves. Learn how to say no to yourself. And that's when the skill of saying no to everything else outside of you is going to build. You get what I'm saying? And I know I'm making it seem real easy, like to just say no to yourself. Like, oh, no, I have an urge, I'm not going to go release. Like, I went through them problems myself, where it was hard to say no to myself when I wanted to release. It was hard to say no to myself when I had some money and I seen the shiny new object that I wanted, and I knew if I bought it, I might be messed up for the rest of the week. It was hard to say no to myself to when I was drinking every day, to say no to drinking. It's not easy, but it's not hard. But let me show you where to start. How you start it is you start off small. And what I mean by start off small is, right, I was this person where I used to, I'm gonna bring up my drinking habit. I'm gonna give you the example from my old drinking habits, right? I used to drink about 10 to 12 beers a day. No exaggeration either. when I decided that I wanted to stop drinking, of course, it was days where I just say, I tried my best to not drink at all. But the thing that worked best for me was to slow down. If I had 12 today, I'm going to have only 6 tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to have 3. And then after that, I'm going to have, so I narrowed it down to it was only 1 beer a day. It was only 1 beer a day, and that was about when I'm about to go to sleep. I would drink a bit, and then after that, it was like, I don't even really need this. So then I stopped completely. And after I stopped, don't get me wrong, I stopped for like 2-3 weeks and then went back to it. But every time I stopped, it made it easier for me to build that habit of saying no to drinking. And that's why I'm saying it's a skill. That's why I'm going to keep saying that it's a skill, because it's something that you have to build. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say that it's easy, but start somewhere. Start small. If you know you overweight and you want to start going to the gym and start eating right and start living better or be in better shape, right? What I did was I cut out certain food out of my diets. When I was 190, I cut out certain food out of my diet. I started saying no to red meat. I started saying no to sweets. I started saying no to anything that I know that will go against my diet or will make it a longer process or make it harder for me to get to the diet that I want to be at or where I see myself at. So I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not trying to say it's easy, especially when it comes to releasing, fapping, and semen retention and telling girls no. It ain't easy. I'm telling you that. But what I learned is you got to put yourself, what mattered to you more? Releasing or you? What matters to you more? Releasing, going in that bathroom and just saying, I can't take it. Or being able to handle pressure, learning how to be a man and withstand pressure and say, you know what? I feel this right now, but I'm saying no to it and I'm standing firm on my no. That feel good when you start saying no to things that you know is not good for you. You start to feel better about yourself. And that make it way easier to start saying no to the things that's outside of you. Because you start to understand, you start to have a better understanding of yourself. You start to build more grit. You start to build a skill of saying no. You start to build a skill of knowing that it's not everything in this world I got to say yes to. It ain't everything in this world I got to say yes to. And no is a very powerful word. No is very powerful. And once you start saying it to yourself, you see how powerful it actually is. You get what I'm saying? So that brings me to my next point. Saying no to people, places, and things can save you from a lot. Stop saying yes to every party or every event. Stop saying yes to every shiny new item you see. And stop saying yes to people all the time. Or stop saying yes to people pleasing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I realized that when I was going to events and going to parties every night and enjoying myself, don't get me wrong, it was fun. It was fun. Very fun. I used to be the life of the party too, going there, 100 shots for everybody. Everybody, we all drinking. It was fun, and I'm not going to lie to you and say that, yes, go out, go have fun sometimes. But every weekend, like how I was doing it every weekend until it turned to every day. I started saying no to it. Started saying no to things that I know I really don't need. I don't need to go to that party or that event because this, that, and this person gonna be there or that person gonna be there, or I'm like, damn, I can't miss out. No. What am I missing out on? What am I missing out on? And I gotta say no to it, because if I don't say no to that, I'm saying no to something else. And that's what I learned. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So every party you go to, I'm not saying, like, I'm gonna keep saying this. Don't stop partying or stop having fun. Have fun. Have fun. If partying is your fun, go have fun. But if you're doing it every single time and you know deep down inside your body is like, or you feel like I don't even want to party no more, or I want to change, or I want to be better, because obviously if you on this page, you here to grow. So you like, I want to be better, and you know partying or you buying new things every time is not going to help you. Say no. Say no, because every time you go to that party and you trying to build the life that you want, you saying no to the life that you want and saying yes to that party. Not saying that you could go to that party, or you could probably stay home and get some adequate sleep. Adequate. That's how you say the word, right? Yeah, it should be like that. It should be something like that, but get some adequate sleep. Saying no to the shiny new thing that you want, like, might be saying no to the shiny new thing that you want might be the money that saved you in the long run. You get what I'm saying? So if you say yes to that shiny new thing, you never know what you're saying no to in the future. Or you never know what you actually saying no to. Because if you know you need that money, and you know you're trying to save that money to do something positive, or to grow, or to help you grow, once you say yes to that shiny thing, you saying no to your growth. You get what I'm saying? And when you start to say no to certain things, you start to trust yourself more, and that builds self-trust right there too. And that bring me right into talking about self-trust. That's where it stems from. When you start to say no to yourself more, you start to realize that I don't want to be at every party. I don't want to be in everybody's face. I don't need the new shiny thing. I don't need the new Jordans as soon as they come out. That's the best example. The new Jordans as soon as they come out. I don't need the new Jordans as soon as they come out. I'm not going to say yes to this person because I want to feel, I want to feel good. No, not even I want to feel good. I'm not saying yes to this person to make them feel good about their feelings, and I'm over here dying. I'm not saying yes because I want these people to feel good about me. When I know if I do that, I say yes to that, I'm killing myself over here. No. When you start building yourself up to saying no to yourself, you start valuing you. Because when you say no to yourself, all you're doing is saying yes to the things that you really, really value about yourself. And once you start showing yourself that you value yourself, you start to see the things outside of you that you know is like not valuable, because not valuable to your growth. Not value, it's not going to be the things that's outside of you that's not helping you grow. You're going to start saying no to it. And that's the second thing right there. Learn how to say no to people, places, and things that don't help or promote your growth. You get what I'm saying? And the last thing is, say no to unwanted feelings. I used to be somebody who used to sit in my bad, sad, mad feelings until I release. Until, you know what I mean? Like, until one day, I realized that I have a choice. I used to be one of them people that used to sit in bad feelings. If I'm mad, oh man, I'm mad. Fuck. What is that gonna do for you? Or if you sad, I'm just so sad. What is that gonna do for you? What is that gonna do for you? You had the power to change that. And I make it sound easy in the beginning of every one of these, because it becomes simple once you learn how to start breaking it down. You have the power to change that. If you sad, or you're in a sad mood, or you're in a depressive state, it's because of something you're not doing. If you're mad, it's because of something somebody else, or if you're mad at yourself, it's because something. It go right back to the depression where you mad. It's something you not doing, or you're upset about how you're living your life, or if you're mad at somebody else outside of you, it's because one, you probably put too much stock in what they saying, or two, they said something about you that you probably insecure, or it hit a soft spot. But learn how to say, when I say learn how to say no to those feelings, what I'm talking about is not sitting in that feeling. If you sad or depressed, right? What I would tell you to do is, right, because who said that? Somebody said this. Depression is a luxury. And I swear, when I was in my depressive state, that pissed me off. Like, what you mean depression is a luxury? Depression is a luxury. But then, as you start to grow, you start to understand more and more, you start to understand that that's true. That's true. The people that want to sit and be depressed all day, they have the luxury to do that. I don't, because I am striving for something out of life. I want something out of life. I am doing something out of life. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody that's going through depressive state. What I'm telling you is change your mind, and I'm gonna tell you how to change your mind right now. If you're going through a depressive state, it's because you are not doing what you know you can do. If you're going through a depressive state, it's because you're not pursuing the most out of life that you know you can pursue. A lot of people get in depressive states after they lived in their comfortability for a little while. Because as I usually say all the time, comfortability always, it's either you moving forward or you moving backwards. It's no standing still in life. No standing still in life, right? So it's either you moving forward or you moving backwards. So if you so comfortable in your position, eventually, I look at it like this. When you get comfortable, the comfortability that you in eats you up. You get used to staying stagnant. You get used to staying at one level. And as a man, I feel like we should always be striving for growth. We should always be striving to be better, because when you striving to be better, or you working, not saying have a job as working, when you working on something, when you working on yourself, when you working on being better, you realize that being depressive, when you depressed, it's only because you're not doing something that you want to do in your life. You're not fulfilling the I wouldn't say dreams, or fulfilling the capability that you have as a person. And a lot of times that come from the internet. You could be on Instagram all day, or you could be just watching people live all day, or on social media all day, just watching what other people saying and things of that nature. And that's why solitude isn't that bad, because once you learn yourself, you start to learn what you want out of life. And once you learn what you want out of life, you can start setting goals. And once you start setting goals, you start have a vision. Once you have a vision, you have a focus. And once you focus on something, you don't have the time or the luxury to be depressed, because when you depressed, you know that you only holding yourself back. So it's not like saying that you can't be depressed, or you can't feel sad about certain things. Of course, I just said it. Certain things will make you, like, if you have a deceased loved one. I don't know how that make y'all feel. That might make you sad and not me, because I know that death is inevitable. Everybody gotta die, including me. So I'm not gonna feel sad that somebody died. They lived their life. You get what I'm saying? I'ma feel. That's why they say be happy for the passing of people. To be happy, celebrate the life that they live, because you can't do nothing about the death. So why are you over here being upset and crying and grieving about the death? No, the only thing you can do in order and to honor them is be the best you. Keep being the best you. And knowing that life is short. That's all that remind me of. That we all gonna die one day. Whenever somebody dies, it just remind me that I'm gonna die one day. So I gotta live the life that I choose to live. And that's my mindset. That's my mindset and on just a lot of things. And that's why I say that, like, you can change your feelings. If you in a sad state, try to figure out why you're sad. Are you sad because you don't have a girl? Are you sad because you don't have no money? Are you sad because you don't have no friends? Are you sad because just life? You feel like life is unfair? Are you sad because whatever used to make you sad or whatever make you sad, try to figure out why is it that make you sad? Why is it that make you sad? And then get down to the deep of it. Get down to the deep depths of it. Try to understand it. All right, that made me sad because of that. How can I change that? And then start understanding, like, I don't have to. All right, I was sad, but I don't have to stay in that mood. Play some. If you like playing video games, play your favorite video game. Get back in a good mood and bring yourself back to that, to at least neutral, where you can think clearly, where it's not your feelings guiding your thoughts. It's now you can think clearly, so you can think through why you was actually sad. Or listen to some music for a while that boosts your feelings. So now you're not sad, but you're not happy, but you're in a state where you can actually think on a level head. You get what I'm saying? So that's the way that how I change my mood sometimes. I'm not going what I'm really telling you is on final line on that is how you change your mood is you dig deeper to get a full and clear understanding on what's getting you upset or what's making you sad or what's putting you in a negative vibration or what's making you feel the way that you actually feel. And once you start to understand why you feel that way, start to break it down into how can you do things to make it feel better. Or if it's something that you can't fix, start breaking it down into how can I let this go. Period. And with that being said, I just gave y'all some game on the art of saying no. You know what I mean? So go out there and go say no to yourself today, man. With that being said, it's your boy Daz, and I'm out of here. Peace.